Right, Danny, welcome to Cheltenham and also welcome back to your the county that you're based in at the moment, obviously based in Gloucestershire. So how pleased are you to sign for Cheltenham?
Yeah, delighted. It's been a long summer for myself, deciding and choosing and where to go, and well, not that like Man United didn't come calling for me, put it that way. But it was I took a long time to decide what I wanted to do, and speaking to the gaffer here, I'm excited at what he's built, and the season that we're really looking forward to having. Really, it was not really much of a choice to make in the end, and I'm delighted to sign on the dotted line, as they say, and get things going.
Yeah, even though you've only signed or turned up at the ground today, he wanted you right from the start, didn't he? Did that play a part in it? I think you were one of the first players he was chasing.
Yeah, he spoke to me really early on after the season, and the way my season finished last year, I wasn't ready to make a decision on my next season straight away, and I needed to go away and think about it, speak to my family, and it was a big decision for me to make straight away. So when I come back off holiday, I actually thought I'd missed out on the opportunity. I spoke to the gaffer, and he was like, "Oh, I've signed some other players, and so I'm not sure we can get you in." I was like, "Well, gaffer, that was my decision to sort of hold on, so I couldn't hold a grudge about that." And the gaffer's been brilliant for me. From day one, he said he's wanted to get me in, and fortunately for myself, that he's managed to free up some money or whatever to get me in, and he's excited. Hopefully he's excited as what I am to be here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, you obviously played for a couple of clubs very close to here in Forest Green and Kidderminster, an area you know well. It's also a division you know very well. Gary's brought a couple with conference experience, but you've got a lot of experience.
I've played a number of years now. I'm a veteran to the league, and obviously being in playoff finals and FA Trophy finals and things, I've got vast experience of the league, which I think is quite important for a team that wants to challenge for the title of the league. But you need a blend. You need a good blend with that of youngsters and everything really. You need to be a successful football team. You can't just have all experience, and you can't just have all youngsters. You've got to get it right, and hopefully. Coming here today, I'll see the gaffer's plans, and he's told me the plans from day one, and then I'm excited with what he's built and what he's building, and we're pushing into this season. So yeah, it's exciting to see how it turns out, and I'm sure we'll be competitive.
Yeah, he said he's monitored your career from when you were at Histon. He also said that you had a bit of a problem at one point where you were struggling in games. And he's asked me to get you to explain it, because did you have an intolerance, a gluten intolerance?
Yeah, like last year I found out I was gluten intolerant, and dealing with my diet around football wasn't easy. You need energy to play football, but if you can't eat certain foods, then that's a difficult thing to overcome. But I've worked with it well now. I'm quite professional with it all, with my diet and things. And it's worked well. Last season was a struggle at times, though, getting it right. Like, I was experimenting with a few games, and I was feeling low energy in certain games, and I was struggling in others. But then obviously it's an experiment. Like, I didn't know that until after the game. So then next week I'd obviously do something totally different. But I feel I've got it really nailed on now. At Kidderminster, and towards the end of the season, I banged a few goals in for those, and that was when I really sort of honed in on what I needed to do, and what I was nailed it properly, and what I needed to do really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm confident going into this pre-season that I've sorted everything out. It's not a massive change; it's just little changes here and there to get it sorted. But no, I'm confident that I can perform to the best of my ability for this season.
Are there any foods you've introduced to give you that energy that you maybe weren't aware of before or weren't having before?
Well, just the pastas and the bread. You have to just buy gluten-free from the supermarket. That's all it is. But most things healthy are gluten-free anyway. It's only the cakes and biscuits and things that you can't end up eating, which has probably done me a bit of a favour, helped me lose a bit of weight. But no, it's if you eat healthy, you generally it's gluten free. You have to be careful with certain things, but as long as you get your pasta or your carbohydrates for your energy, that's what you need to concentrate on, because there's a lot of gluten in pastas and things. So you have to get your carbs elsewhere, which I feel I've got right now, and I'm don't even worry about it now. I'm confident that I can get everything I need to be a professional sportsman.
Yeah, so 30 years old now, still got hopefully a good few years left in you, but
yeah.
it is going to be a predominantly young squad this season. So do you feel like a responsibility there as somebody who's got so many games under your belt?
Yeah, definitely. I've noticed the last few years, last year probably a bit more, and I am a more mature player of the league I'm becoming, and there is a responsibility. You need to speak to the younger lads, and just like I needed talking to from the older players when I was a young lad. You need to sort of coach them and give them advice when they need it, because even if you're a young player and you're a great young player, you still need you do need sort of helping along from not just from the coaches, from the players, the older players as well. So yeah, there is a responsibility there, and I feel I can offer that to anyone in the squad. I'll definitely be offering my help to anyone who would welcome it. And hopefully that obviously helps the team perform well on a Saturday, and see where it goes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the responsibilities being an older player brings. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So in terms of your style of play, obviously you're a tall lad. Gary has rated you as a man who can win his flick-ons and that sort of thing. Do you see yourself as a bit of an all-rounder, or do you like balls played up to you in the air?
I wouldn't necessarily say I love it. Like, it's a big part of my game. I'm quite a big lad. I can get up and win my fair share of headers. I can hold the ball up when the team needs me to hold the ball up and take a bit of pressure off the defence if we're under a bit of pressure in a game, say. That's a big part of my game, so it'd be foolish for me not to want to play that sort of role for the team. But I feel I've got so much more to add as well. I'm quite quick once I get going. Not many people would stop me once I get going either. So I feel I can offer something in behind the defence, or I can come short, and I feel like I can play good football when we need to play good football as well. So I do think I've got a lot of all-round to my game, and whatever job he wants me to do, I'm more than happy to do. That will probably vary from game to game, to be honest. But like I say, I can do a number of jobs I feel I'm comfortable with, and yeah, it's exciting to be part of it.
Yeah, just finally, Danny, when you've played in some strong teams in this division, so, and like you said, like we said earlier, you've got a lot of games under your belt. So what do you think is the key to do well in this division?
Being solid as a team defensively. Shipping loads of goals in, it no matter, you can score as many as you want, but I think if you're always shipping goals in, it's tough to keep getting points and winning games, because you're always going to concede goals that will cost you. So you need to be solid as a defensive unit and just have a bit of flair about you, I think. Have a bit of flair going forward, have a bit of attacking, just mentality that you can go score goals whenever you want, whether that's brute force or whether that's a bit of ingenuity, or having players in your team that can win you matches at any time is key. With a solid defence, that's good enough to win most leagues. But I feel I'm excited to come in here, seeing some of the signings and what the gaffers already all got is, I feel we'll definitely be going close.
Yeah. Cheers, Danny. Good luck.
Cheers.